On our previous episode of Onboard Lifestyle, Basik had just finished a passage from Panama to the Grand Cayman Islands. The crew grabbed a mooring in Georgetown to hopefully fix our electrical issue after finding the potential culprit underway. To check into the country, the crew had to surrender their spear guns to the authorities before they were allowed on shore to scout out the necessary parts to make the much-needed repair. Let's pick up the story as the crew is back on Basik, parts in hand and eager to see if this fix resolves Basik's electrical quandary.
Okay, Lynn's getting set up in her workstation. Okay, so what we're going to end up doing is start cutting all of the zip ties off on that whole run. We're going to try to get this disconnected. We'll bring it out. We'll match the length, make the new one, and put this all back in 15 minutes or less.
Hopefully.
Yeah, we do have a good ground on the other side. This is our secondary ground. So hopefully this will run smooth. Okay, what we need to do now is this wire's grounded to the engine right here, right? Mm-hmm. Take this bolt off. These are all other grounds for engine components right here. So we'll leave all those on, right? And they all look good. It's just this one. We'll take this whole thing off, and then we'll do the same thing on that side. Disconnect that. So let me set up some wrenches for you to loosen those up. Okay. That's a 13 millimeter. Go ahead and loosen that one up. Oh, it already broke free?
Yeah.
Okay, now watch. See the positive right above it? That's the one you want to be careful of. Just make sure you don't bridge that connection.
Look at that.
Yep, that's all the heat shrink. Go, turn it up and down maybe. Is it welded on with plastic?
Oh, it's the glue.
Yeah, from the heat.
It's coming.
Yeah, there it goes.
Okay, ready?
Yeah, go. Okay, it looks good. Okay.
No, it doesn't look good.
That's a lot of plastic. What is that? Where did that come from?
I don't know.
Inside the wire. Okay, what's your gut feeling in there?
My gut feeling is this is a pain in the ass.
You're getting it. Just keep working it.
I mean, this one feels actually really good.
Yeah, I have a feeling that first wire just worked as a fuse and popped.
Yeah, but is that normal?
Well, nothing's normal with lightning. I mean, right now, that cable obviously took the brunt of the damage. Look at all the other grounds that come off there. Those are all tied together within 2 inches, and none of them have damage on them.
You mean this one?
That one and the other two. Look at
This
the
one was right next to it, and it feels.
Well, the
nice.
other. Look at there's a bar that connects them.
Oh, this.
Yeah, and then look at the 2 wires coming off. No damage on those either. So, I think this one worked well and saved the rest of the grounding system. But yeah, just keep cleaning it up. The better we clean it, the better ground we're going to have.
A surgeon, I am not.
Okay, does that other ground come off yet? Do you have enough of the melted plastic off yet?
Oh, yeah, it can come off. Why, you want it to come off?
Yeah, just go ahead and set it out of the way.
Oh,
it's a ground.
goodness.
Just make sure it doesn't touch a positive. You're good to touch anything else. Okay, I'm gonna go get something else to maybe abrasively clean that a little. But like a wire brush.
I don't want to.
I know. We'll have to be careful.
Anything yet.
Okay. Okay, with this cut to length, I'm dying to see what's inside of this. Look at this. Bits and pieces have melted out of here. It's ballooned out. Something definitely is going on in here. Let's take a look. That is some damage right there. Look at that. Look at this. I would say that took a big load. This, I'm not sure if this explains all of our problems, but this, I mean,
Explains a lot.
This does not look good.
That is not healthy.
No. Okay, well, I am not going to reuse any bit of this. This is going away. Let me prep this one, get this one in. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to start right here. We're going to put the first lead on, on the engine. That's the start of the ground. Once we get that bolt in, we'll lube it, give it a nice gap so this harness can move with the engine, and we'll put our first tie on here, and then just start clamping it all the way around and work our way over. Okay?
Okay.
Does it feel better?
Much better. Okay.
How's it feel?
Feels nice and solid. Nothing's jiggling out.
Okay. Feeling much better about all this. Lynn did an awesome job in there. Cleaned up all those connections. We have our new grounding wire in. We've cleaned up the connections down here as well. Everything's secured. You know, all the problems we were having over the past, passage was this engine would not start. I thought it was a starter. Well, and it still may be. That's our next. But just kind of going through the last of this wiring, make sure I don't see any more damage, and it looks pretty good. Lynn's up at the helm right now, and we're just going to give it a quick little voltage test to make sure this thing could turn over and hear what the starter sounds like. Okay, Lynn, you ready? Yeah. Okay, hang on a second. No, I think we're good. I think we're all good. Okay, go ahead and just give it a little, try to turn it over, see what happens. Nothing?
Hold on.
Oh, it scared me.
Okay, hold on. Okay.
Oh my God. Okay, hey. Let it go. Just let it keep going.
Oh my gosh! It worked!
That was it. That was grounding. Grounding issue.
I was right! I was right!
Oh my God. I want to bleed that air out of that system, but man, what a relief. Thank God.
Want me to turn it off?
Yeah, go ahead and turn it off. Oh, wow.
With the port ground harness replaced, we spent the rest of the day thoroughly inspecting Basik's entire grounding system. Not only visually, but with our handheld FLIR to see if we could pick up any heat-based anomalies in our main trunk line.
Okay, we got Lynn down in here. We're searching every little angle of this boat. Okay, yeah, there you go. Shine that back at the light. That's kind of interesting.
Okay, well,
See,
that's hot.
we're getting thermal images of the entire system to see if anything is glowing with any heat source. So shine it at the battery.
I can't even see it. It's just yellow.
Yeah, that's good. Now go up the cables too. Shine it back at the light. I want to show you something. See how, go to the top of the light. See the heat source there?
Yeah.
That's what you're looking for.
I know.
Anything
see?
glowing. Yeah, well, that's good. We don't want to find anything.
We do.
No, well, we've already found our issue. Now we're just double checking that there is no more issues. Okay, that looks good. Let's look at the Balmor board there and see if we can see anything over there.
Okay, hold on. Just want to follow all the wiring.
Okay, so shine it at the Balmars. Those should read a little heat because we had them in the on position. Yeah, they do. Perfect. But go down to the cabling. That's what I'm interested in. Way down low, where all the cables are coming down, below the box. Keep coming down. Okay, right in there. Look for any heat down there.
Well, it's heat up here, and
Yeah,
then I
and
don't
that's
see
explainable.
anything
Yeah.
picking up.
Because I was just generating power and solar. I turned it off. See the ground? That's what I'm concerned about, right there.
No, there's no heat.
Yep, that looks good. Okay.
And nothing there.
Okay. And then back to the panel. Panel should be glowing still. Those should have some heat still in them. They should be coming off a little bit here in about an hour. But for now, we could check those in a little bit. Those will cool off, I'm sure. You won't even feel the heat. We're talking like 1/10 of a degree difference right there.
Yeah.
Okay. But really follow that other cable, the main ground, which is the one on the far side here. Follow
This
that.
one?
Yeah. No, the ground, the yellow, right there. That one right there. Follow that one to the engine block. That's the one that we fried on the other side.
That goes up.
No, it goes.
Oh, wait.
It goes down.
Oh, okay, hold on.
Yeah. See how it goes near the starter? It attaches to the engine.
Yeah, right there.
Okay. And that's the one we fried on the other side. It looks good on this side. And visually it looks good too.
I don't care about visuals anymore.
Well, there's certainly an indicator.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, are we done? I'm dying.
Yeah, get out of there. You're good in there. I'm going to keep going out here though.
Next, I want to run both engines. Bring the battery's stated charge to 100% and see how the alternators react.
Battery state 81%. We're charging at 67 amps.
This test is important to see if by fixing the grounding issue, our Balmar charge controllers operate correctly and react accordingly. And with a stable voltage and a now perfectly functioning charging system, it looks like we may have finally resolved our problem.
Weather looks good. So I am meal prepping all day.
Yes, with our engine sounding better, running, everything's starting to line up. The stars are starting to align. So Lynn's.
The problem is that my muffin tin disintegrated, so we're making it in the loaves, and then I'll just cut them down. But egg bites have been a hit on board. It is perfect for us to grab and go in the morning.
It is our perfect passage food for sure.
Yes.
So Lynn's gonna be in the galley all day today. I'm kind of button up everything else, and looks like what, a day or two left on the.
Yeah. So not tomorrow, day after. So we have to get fuel. We have to meal prep. We got to get everything cleaned up.
Check out with immigration.
Check out, make some water, and yeah, we're good to go.
Nice.
have officially checked out of the Cayman Islands to head out tomorrow morning at first light. But we had to take a little trip back into town to pick up our spear guns.
Yeah, we almost forgot them. Luckily, we were clearing with customs and they're like, do you have any weapons? We said, oh, well, of course we do. We checked the 2 spear guns and a pole spear. So we have to go meet an officer, and he's going to return those to us. That's right.
All right.
Do we sign off anything? Or?
Yeah. I just need you to sign.
Thanks for taking care of this for us.
It's no problem. Yeah. So you guys leaving tomorrow?
Yeah, we're gonna leave first thing in the morning.
You had a good time?
Yeah, it was nice. We got to fix everything, so that was really good.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, perfect. All right.
But yeah, it was interesting seeing how quiet the town or the island is until the cruise ships come in.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's total chaos.
Yeah.
It is. But hopefully everything's systems are a go for us. We're heading that way.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be safe. Enjoy.
All
We
right.
will.
Thank you.
So much for everything.
Yeah, man.
And then we'll just call in the morning to check out with Port Security.
Channel 16.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Pretty easy. You excited?
I'm excited, even though we don't get to fish. I mean, we can fish. We're not going to spear.
No. We'll get out there a couple 100 miles and get something big for you. How about that?
I want a Dorado.
Dorado?
My dad would love that.
Yes, he would.
If we can bring home some mahi-mahi, oh, he'd be happy.
I think you would too.
Me too, yeah. I want some fish. Fresh caught fish by the captain.
With basic systems seemingly back to normal, the spear guns in our possession, and the crew checked out of the country, the Cayman officials are giving us 12 hours to leave the port. And you know what? I think we're ready.
Thanks for watching this week's episode of Onboard Lifestyle. A big thanks goes out to our amazing patrons whose generous support fuels the production of our videos. Join our crew if you can. With a refreshed crew and a repaired basic, it is now time to start sailing northwest through the gap between the Yucatan Peninsula and Cuba. It is well over 1,000 nautical miles to Texas from here, so weather routing is essential. Come back next week to see how and where this passage takes us. See you then!